Let's do a full face of Tower 28 Beauty, and I'll of course be sharing my opinions on these products as we go. For foundation, I am actually going to be using the Tower 28 concealer, and that is simply because I don't have their skin tint. I would love to have it. However, it's not available at Sephora Canada. I can be a little nervous to get things shipped into Canada because then I have to pay for shipping, potentially worry about duties and all those other sorts of things. But maybe one day I'll just bite the bullet and do it because it's probably not as bad as I'm making it out to be in my head. I don't mind though using the concealer as foundation just occasionally because it does sit quite nicely on the skin, as you can see. Overall, this concealer is an excellent product. It's my favorite concealer for sure. It covers everything I need it to cover and it looks good while doing so. This is probably my favorite Tower 28 product. Now for bronzer, I'm going to use the Sculptino, and this is advertised as a bronzer and contour, but I only ever use it as a bronzer. That being said, I really do love this as a bronzer. I think the color is a nice color for me. It's not too pigmented and it's not too sheer, but you can also build it up if you want a little bit more. Blush, I'm going to use their Beach Please blush in the shade Office Hours. It is a gorgeous sort of mauve color, and I think the formula for this is very similar to the Sculptino. It's a nice medium amount of pigmentation and it just blends out so beautifully. Both of these products leave your face with a really nice glow to it. If you want something a little less glowy, that's where their Get Set setting powder comes in. This one is in Palisades Pink and I quite like it. I think it does a nice job of setting the under eyes, and it also definitely gives you a little bit of a blur. The pink color though is quite sheer, so I find it doesn't really show up at all. For highlighter, we are using the Super Dew highlighter. It's a cream highlighter, and honestly I never reach for this. It's just not something that I find fits into my makeup routine. I don't get a huge amount of glow from it, which is fine because that's how it's meant to look. I just prefer a more impactful powder highlighter, but it does give a nice natural glow if that's what you're looking for. For eyes, we're using the Make Waves mascara in the shade Drift. This is their brown mascara, and this is another product of theirs that I'm not the biggest fan of. I find this product gives more volume than it does length, and I'm searching for length more than I am volume, so in that way it just doesn't fit my preferences. I also find this to be a bit flaky and it does get into my eyes, which is not very fun. So even if it did fit my preferences, that would rule it out automatically. Moving on to lips, I'm going to line them using the One Liner. This product is newer to me, and so far I am quite liking it as a lip liner. I haven't tried it yet for its other uses, which are as an eyeliner and a cheek product, but I did get it specifically to use as a lip liner, and so far it's doing a good job at that. Last product in this full face is the Shine On Lip Jelly. This one is in the shade Sesame. This is such a gorgeous color. The formula is also really nice. It's nice and thin, lightweight. It gives you a nice amount of gloss, and I also find it to be nice and hydrating on the lips. This is one of my favorite lip glosses, and as you can see, I'm getting pretty close to using it all up. So there you have it, a full face of Tower 28 Beauty using every product that I have from them. You have to let me know what you think of these products and whether you agree or disagree.